Dear Captain Harv, happy Halloween. Can witches really fly on broomsticks? And a pleasant All Hallows Eve to you. I knew it was only a matter of time before we got this question. And lucky for you, I've given this some considerate thought. But rather than condescend and gently poke fun at your ignorance, I'm going to give you a straight-faced, detailed analysis of real-world challenges surrounding bewitched aviation. Because she might cackle and bring evil upon your head, but flying is flying, and it deserves our attention. Here we see the classic configuration of a soaring sorcerer astride her aircraft heretofore applied as a common household cleaning implement. Think about the aerodynamic and weight and balance challenges alone. And if she travels with her familiar, this becomes even more problematic. Riding a broom as if astride a horse puts the pilot's torso directly into the wind stream, which, if the broom is flying at speeds even as slow as a Cherokee on short final, is not insignificant. It would take considerable strength to grasp the broom handle to keep from being blown off the aircraft. Here's a formula for calculating wind loading on an object. Let's use a wing walker of old as our example. So, if the front of a small airborne daredevil is exposed to a mere 60 knots of force, we do some simple math to find out that our airborne enchantress must battle about 85 pounds of force to remain aboard her aircraft. I imagine our witch's hands must become pretty uncomfortable hanging onto the stick just after a brief time. And if she's at a decent cruise speed of, say, 150 knots, she's struggling against 530 pounds of wind force. Not to mention, talk about a massive amount of drag. Where's the source of thrust? Heck, for that matter, where are the lifting surfaces? I don't see any wings to speak of. Mr. Bernoulli is nowhere to be seen. Just think about what the weight and balance sheet must look like for this flying floor sweeper. I don't care how carefully our wind-blown witch positions herself. There's no discernible center of lift in front of which to locate the center of gravity. And don't forget, the cat is probably wandering around changing the CG, and who knows how much he weighs. In the end, this is a fun little mental exercise to play around with, but I hope you understand that all of this is pure fiction. So, on Halloween night, you will not see any witches flying around on broomsticks. Well, not in the FAA's airspace anyway. Okay, not legally. Witches famously refuse to fly with Mode C transponders through busy airspace. Everyone knows that. Okay. But to directly answer your question, can witches really fly on broomsticks? The answer is yeah, of course. They use a flying spell. They're witches. I know I've asked this before, but where do we get some of these questions? I mean, our viewers have very vivid imaginations, you know? Everyone knows witches aren't real. Witches aren't real. Witches aren't real. Witches aren't real.